Hey students, sorry about um, I had to take that assignment down, but anyway, I'm remaking it. As you can see, I am on the screen today. Hopefully, this might help out just a little bit. We are going to be making Object C now, and I hope you have a split screen going so you can see the assignment and also be seeing SketchUp and you can do your work. Um, Also, I think there will be some new shortcuts you can take that will help out. I'm going to go with a spot mouse, and let me get rid of this. So we need to start by getting rid of our Yahoo. So there we go. And as it says on the sheet of paper, all of our objects are 3 inches wide. So this is width, 3 inches deep, and 3 inches high. Now, we're going to use two different methods to making our objects. The first one with part C, we are going to do what's called an additive, which means we will start with one level, add another level, and then add another level. So the first level I can see is going to be 1 inch high on this one. So we'll start out grabbing our rectangle tool. I'm going to go here. I'm going to start on this point, and it needs to be 3. So the dimensions are going right underneath where my finger's pointing. So I started to drag. I did not click a second time. Okay, you can see I still am able to drag. So once you start making your rectangle, don't click a second time. Then I'm going to enter 3. And you see now the dimension has changed down here. 3 comma 3 and enter. It's very small. Now we can use what's called the zoom extends. And I just noticed this yesterday. So zoom extends makes it huge right away. So now I'm on my orbit tool. I'm going to orbit this just a little bit. And then I'm going to zoom. So I'm going to just take my zoom tool. I'm going to start it up high on my screen and drag straight down, and that makes it smaller. And now I'm going to pan, which is that tool, and move it in. Okay? Now, I said we're going to make these in levels. So the first level is 1 inch high. So I'm going to come to my push-pull tool. Again, I'm going to click on this surface. I'm going to start moving up, but I'm not going to click a second time. And again, down below where my finger is pointing, we are going to enter 1, and now we have our first level. Okay, and I hope you can see how this is going by looking over at object C. So let me, again, I want to orbit this just a little bit. There we go. And now we will begin building up. I think it'll be easiest using this program for us to build up going with these two back corners. So let me grab the rectangle tool. And the good thing is I can tell by looking at object C is that each of these needs to be 1 by 1. So I can start on this corner and drag out. Don't click that second time and enter 1 comma 1. And now we're going to do the same thing on this side. 1 comma 1. Enter. And now we'll draw our last one. So I'm going to start on this corner right here. And I'm going to start dragging. And we need to enter, if you look at the dimensions, you can see that the 2 1/4 is our first number. Okay, you need to be paying attention to how those numbers lay out, because sometimes it can get confusing when you enter a value, and it happens to me when you enter a value and it goes the wrong direction. So just pay attention to that. And I can see that we need to have this be 3, 1, and enter. And now we can start push pull. So I'm going to come over here. I can see that these back 2 corners, this one and this one, we're going to need to raise those up 2 inches. So there's 2 and enter. Oops, there we go. And this one, 2 and enter. I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit so that you can see the whole thing. There we go. And now again, push pull. And this section here needs to raise up 1 and enter. And looky there, you now have completed part C. I'm going to get myself out of the picture. I'm going to go over here to save. Now, I need to save mine as object C.1 because I have made some goofs. Actually, I'm going to go object C. Oh, no, C.1. You just need to do object C. And I'm going to click OK. It goes in the DM Google SketchUp folder, and then you can, you'll have to do a screenshot or a screen capture of this and put that on the slideshow. Okay, great job. And we'll be back to do Object D in just a moment.